Welcome to my review of the TempoTec Sonata E35, which uses dual CS43131 DACs, so it's kind of an interesting Type-C to audio adapter. And the usual disclaimer is this was sent out to me from the TempoTec AliExpress store, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and other thoughts and opinions are my own, and let's get into it. So this does come in actually two colours. I've opened the box over there, which you'll see in a second, because it's kind of hard to get the box out. But yeah, TempoTec Sonata, that's what it is on there. E35. So like I said in the intro, it uses dual DACs, but it's actually single-ended. So there's all manufacturer information, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. On their website is also drivers for this, which I'll explain later on. So mine is the coffee golden model, and it comes in this colour, which obviously you'll see in a second as well, and it comes in black. I've gone for the more colourful coffee golden. So it comes in this kind of box. So quite nice. Before I get to that though, you get these, which are kind of act like screen protectors on a phone, on a cell phone. So you just peel them off, and obviously it goes around the button. So obviously that's for the front. That one's for the back, which I'll show in a second. You get two high-res stickers and some wipes. So what you're paying for, so USB A to Type-C, which is very useful. I always like that they always provide them, because not everybody's got a Type-C port free on a computer, for example. So yeah, very straightforward. Sonata E35, high quality USB DAC and HPA. So headphone amplifier, very straightforward, up and down. Your focus. So strain relief either end. Build quality is really nice. Negative is it can be a fingerprint magnet, as you can see already. Strain reliefs there, and that's it, 3.5. So it's a very straightforward to do device. And yeah, so I'm going to actually do the review of this in the next clip. Then I'll show you how it works in Windows 10, and then at the end I will do my conclusion. So yeah, been using this for a few days on and off. I've used this with Windows 10. In the next clip, like I just said, I will show you how all works. And I've been using it with my cell phone, which is a Poco F2 Pro. Again, works perfect. So let's get into the design. It's a little bit probably bigger than you probably want, but it is got dual DACs. So I don't really mind the size, because it's the kind of hardware in there. This is obviously the copper colour. Yeah, so volume up and down, and I found the steps very linear. So it's not like loud. It's like not big steps. It's like there's a lot of steps between each volume, which is good if you've got something really sensitive. So instead of being like really quiet and then too loud in like one step, there's a lot of different steps, which is kind of useful. So yeah, like it works perfect with Windows 10, works on Windows 7. There is drivers on the website, and you just work on Windows 7. Not a problem. On Windows 10 you don't need the drivers, you just plug and play. So yeah, volume control's good. So as you say, it's a little bit bigger than I'd expect. So for example, this is the Lucia DAC, and obviously with the cap off this is actually longer, for example. So think like flash drive type of size. Sound quality, the sound of this, I will be honest, out of all the Type-C to 3.5 adapters I've used, This is actually the best quality. This is the best one I've got personally, from my opinion. From all the Type C to 3.5, it's the best. As in control of volume, say driver support, sheer performance is probably a good word. The actual power, it's the most powerful Type C to 3.5 that I actually have. Like background noise, the hiss is basically nothing. Quality, like details, stage, the width, everything to do with sound. This is probably this is technically the best that I do actually have, which is quite a feat because I've tried quite a few Type C, 3.5 to Type C adapters. Also, compared to their own BHD with the balanced, this is technically very similar because it uses the same DACs, which is the Cirrus Logic CS43131s, and one of these on its own performs really well. Good a quick comparison to the Sonata HD Pro. This beats it in sheer performance. Again, like sound quality, if you go back to back, this just sounds better, kind of in every way, and the output power is better. They both don't have mic support, but they both have drivers, like I said, so it's quite useful. But yeah, overall, this is the best Type C I've got. Only real negatives really, as you can see, it's a fingerprint magnet, as you can see, and it's a little bigger than I'd probably want, but to me that's not really a big deal, to be honest. But it sounds very clean. It'll power most IEMs you do have, unless you got something really funny like the KBE Believes or like the Tin Hi-Fi P1s, which are really niche products. But if you've got normal earphones, this will power them basically to destruction. But yeah, on the whole, I do like it. It seems a really well built product, but only time will tell what it's like in the long term. But I do like, what it's supposed to do, its intended job. Like I said before, I do like how the steps are gradual instead of going like from too quiet to too loud. But yeah, I'll try this on a bunch of earphones, like the Tin Hi-Fi T5s. I've tried the CCA CKX, a couple of the blonde ones I have. It all sounds good. Like background hiss is extremely minimal, and basically you can't hear it. But yeah, out of all the ones I have, this is probably the best for sound. It hasn't got the most functionality, but I will talk about that in a completely separate comparison video. And yeah, so now onto my Windows 10 clip. So this is what it looks like in Windows 10 as usual. Headphones, see it says BHD. This is not the BHD, but it does share dual DACs. So I presume they've used the same kind of interface inside, I'm not quite sure. But this is the actual Sonata E35 that's plugged in. So plug and play as usual, Windows 10, you don't need any drivers. You do need drivers for Windows 7, but you can get them on the website if you need to use them. But more people are obviously using Windows 10 and Android. So you click Properties. Levels, default is maximum. Click Advanced. Mine's defaulted 2-bit, 2-channel 32-bit 48,000 Hertz or 48 kilohertz. So obviously you can pick from all these. These are obviously kind of way overkill. But yeah, at least it allows you to pick all of that, which is quite good. Spatial sound, that is off. Recording, as you can see, this is the microphone I'm using just to record this voiceover, but this does not support inline mic, otherwise it would appear in this list. Personally for me that doesn't really matter, but if you do need one with an inline mic, then unfortunately this is not one for you. And yeah, that's it. So works perfect, plug and play, sounds great. It's got all the power you need. As you say, by default it is 100%. So make sure you lower the level on the actual adapter with it, because it'll be maxed probably. So make sure before you play anything, 100% in Windows, then lower it all the way to the minimum on the adapter itself, and then obviously modulate from there. And that's it. Now on to the conclusion. So my conclusion of the TempoTec Sonata E35 is, out of all the 3.5s, like I said, I personally think this sounds the best, and it's probably got the most output power. It's good that it's got Windows 7 driver support. It doesn't have microphone support, which to me doesn't really make much difference, as I don't really use it for that anyway. But for sheer music and performance details, stage imaging and everything, this does everything very well. Negatives are, it can be a fingerprint magnet if that bothers you. It's a little bit big. Build quality seems really good, but only time will tell what that'll be like, especially with the cables. And yeah, overall I think it's quite good. But in the future I will do a comparison video against other ones. And compared to the Sonata HD Pro, this sounds better, but it is bigger, bear in mind. But yeah, on the whole, I do recommend it. It is, if you want a really nice 3.5 adapter for earphones, this will do the job. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive than the HD Pro, but it does have dual DACs, which do provide more power. And yeah, it's a good product, I think. It works very well, performs exactly as expected. Yep, so thank you very much for watching, and take care.